What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10x Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more.
Welcome to 10x Tech Tank. Jared Yellin here and Eric Nowoslawski, and we have people tuning in from around the world. Thank you so much for joining us every night, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And you're here to see four entrepreneurs that have the courage to submit their big tech idea. And that big tech idea, it might even just be the ingredients of a napkin. It might be that concept phase. Maybe it's a napkin. Maybe it's a minimum viable tech product, and maybe it's even a cash-flowing tech company looking for acceleration. Regardless of what it is, they're here for a reason, and so are you. Because we're going to make a decision on whether or not we want to move forward in the process with each entrepreneur. But our ask of you is help us make that decision. Help us make that decision by saying, yes, this is an amazing idea, or nope, I'm not seeing it. But be polite if you're going to say no, because the entrepreneurs are here, and that's a big move for them. All right, what is your name, and where are you calling from?
I'm Calvin Cohen, calling from Belleville, Pennsylvania, right near Penn State University.
Awesome.
Good morning, Jared. Good morning, Eric.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. You got 3 minutes. Share your big idea with us.
Thank you. Appreciate this time. So let me take you back to 1973, late December, right after Christmas. This 10-year-old boy was the happiest boy in the world. I had commissioned my mother's rather large laundry room, we call it a utility room. Lived on a dairy farm up in northwest Wisconsin. And I had my Lionel train set up, received for Christmas all set up, and every day I was building. I'd build cities, I'd build farms, I'd build factories, I'd build the St. Louis Arts, anything I could dream of that I had seen on our yearly vacations, I would build. And I was so happy. Outside it was 30, 40 below zero. 2 foot of snow on the ground. Inside, I was the happiest boy alive. I want to create that dream for millions of children around the world that have those dreams, that want to build. And maybe they don't have the loving family I had and all the toys I had. Maybe all they have is a laptop or an iPad or a phone, an iPhone or an Android. And so, yeah, that's my big idea is I want to make an online game that can recreate that. Let's start out with the basis of Monopoly, but you go look at what's out there, like on Monopoly, and it's just a flat board. It really has progressed online from the old Monopoly game. It's a flat board. You hit a button, the dice roll, and you go by Park Place or you go to jail or whatever. What I'm envisioning is something so exciting, so massive, so 10X. The name will be something like Build Your Own Empire or Become a 10X Billionaire. And I want the children to build it with some of the best creative minds in the industry, the best coders and programmers in the industry, to where the children will be able to go on and build out. We'll have a template to give them an idea what to start with, and then they can build out whatever they can conceive and dream in their own country. So I want to make it international, so we could use a point system based on the US dollar, or I was even thinking of going an international system like Bitcoin. And I want to go international, like instead of here in the United States, we think.
So is this like a game that's like crowdsourced where like kids are helping co-create it? Like speaking to some of the specifics of it.
Yeah, where they're co-creating, but we can actually have like plugins where they can.
So what's your background besides for growing up and I love it, like this dream started many years ago, but besides for your love for games in 1972, what's your background today?
My background today is I was 27 years in the trucking industry, and I've recently gotten out of that. And my background today is as a real estate investor. I've met you at the 10X Mastermind. I was just there recently for that.
Awesome.
So it's a 10X investor. I'm part of Grant's Mastermind with real estate. And also I'm the newest franchisee with Matt Smith and Snooze. So I'm going to be opening a mattress store here soon.
Good for you.
And just an entrepreneur, a businessman. I started out at 17. My dad co-signed for a round baler. I did custom baling. I moved on to buy a lawn care business, landscaping business in Phoenix at 22. It had 400 units. I grew it to 1,200 clients, 400 clients.
So you're a tried and true entrepreneur. I love it. You could sell. So
yeah.
The online gaming industry is probably maybe the most competitive space. What's going to get attention?
Very competitive.
What's going to get attention? Like what's going to get that 12-year-old to download this app and use this app versus the thousands of others that are out there? How do you separate yourself?
Yeah, we're going to separate ourselves by being like 3D, 4D, where they'll be able to choose their own city, their own backyard. Maybe they're from Milan, maybe they're from London, Paris, Rome. I want to have cities all over the world where they can do a template and then they can move things around and bring in different top buildings from their area. They don't have to necessarily build it from scratch. We can have it where they can buy it for a small fee. And I envision making it, doing our marketing through like a point system where they get more points.
So how is this game? So I'm envisioning either, depending on the way you say it, I envision Minecraft or I envision Sims. How is this different than those two games?
What I envision here is like starting from scratch with the best programmers and coders and having it where they'll build their own city. It can be ports, airports. It can include all these different things. And by referring their friends, that's what we'll market. We'll go to market and get a few children that are influencers in. And then by them telling their friends, they get free points to build more. And by them telling their friends, think of it like MLM. By them telling their friends, they get free points to build more. And that's what I'm envisioning.
Cool. Let's open up to the audience. So what are your thoughts on this game? Is there a need for another game in the App Store? Yes, there always is. But is this the game? Is this the game that you're going to want your children to use? Is this the game that you're going to work on with your children as well? It really sounds like an experience that parents and kids can do together. What are your thoughts on next steps for due diligence?
So on our side, I would really like to hear a little bit more about the game and how, because I keep envisioning, like I said, Minecraft and Sims. Someone from our team is going to reach out to you and they're going to send our 10-question document about, we want to get further into this idea because I think it's extremely important and I think a lot of people could be inspired by not only your story, but then there's a lot of kids who are in that same position as well. I just want to know exactly what that game is and what it would look like and how we would build it.
Yeah, so for me as well, we just need some more substance to understand exactly what makes this different. This is a really competitive industry. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't enter in, but typically these are free initially, so just be something really meaningful. And then if people are going to pay $1 or $2 a month or $5 for a lifetime access, like it needs to be really distinguishable. So I'm not saying it's not, but I'm not a yes yet. We'll send you some more information to fill out. But thank you so much for being here in the tank. Thank you for supporting our 10X community as well. Man, kicking off strong. Here we go. So we got a commercial for you. And after that commercial, we have another entrepreneur ready to pitch.
What if there was a way to guarantee farm fresh produce in the home of every family in your zip code? What if you and your family could launch a business out of your home, place of worship, or anywhere you desire? What if you could become part of the solution to current healthcare crisis that plagues our world? What if you could become your local farm bridge? We are on a mission to find one local health enthusiast in every zip code from around the world to launch a local farmers market. This business opportunity will take only a few hours a week and produce significant income for you and your family. Plus, it's a force for good as we unite and simplify the process of connecting local farmers with local families so that farm fresh produce exists within every home in your community. We are on a mission to revitalize our soil, help the farmers who work tirelessly to provide high nutrient foods to our families, and strengthen the health of our nation that has been manipulated into consuming low nutrient, ultra-processed foods. Together, we can grow the number of thriving, sustainable farms and increase human health and longevity through creating ease in access to high nutrient foods. Spots are limited, and zip codes are being claimed quickly, so if you could see yourself as part of the solution, we invite you to join our movement.
And we're back. All right. Who's the next entrepreneur joining us in the tank, and where are you calling in from?
Hi, my name is John Ibinosa. I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria.
Awesome. Welcome, John. Thank you for being here, man. Please share your big idea in 3 minutes.
So, real estate, as we know, is one of the most profitable ways to build wealth globally. And as it has been said, 90% of the world's millionaires have built their wealth through real estate, one of which is my great role model, Grant Cardone. But the situation has been that in sub-Saharan Africa, there has been a huge level of marginalization. A lot of young people cannot build wealth by investing in real estate because real estate has been described as expensive, difficult to manage, and a lot of issues have been extremely prevalent. I have been in this market selling real estate for over 7 months, handling transactions of over $5 million. And one thing I've discovered is that a bunch of young people cannot afford to buy real estate. So what happens to the future? What happens when the old people are gone? It means that there's still going to be an imbalance of wealth. And that is why we are introducing Codul. Codul is presenting an opportunity for Gen Z and and the millennials to invest in real estate through co-ownership. It's very simple. How does it work? Basically, we purchase the real estate and we allow them to own piece of this real estate that easily make them cash flow on an annual basis or quarterly basis. So basically, where are we right now? At the moment, we're almost done developing the back end of this product, and we have grown our waiting list to over 5,000 people in the waiting list. We currently have our blogs and social media page currently running. And our plan is that as soon as we launch, we plan to launch by December next month. And we plan to launch by onboarding 1,000 paying users in the space of 30 days or less, which will help us reach a total projection of about 15 million naira, which is roughly about $15,000 to $20,000 in US dollars at the end of 1 month. We would handle acquisition, management, and even helping them liquidate their assets while they sit back and earn cash flow. I believe that with 10x Tech Tank, I'll be able to get on board and work with the experience and the expertise of Grant Cardone, who, as we know, is a global beast in the real estate market, to see how that I can grow this business in sub-Saharan Africa, one of the largest markets in the world for young people, by investing in real estate. Thank you.
I love it, man. Awesome presentation. Really great job.
Wow.
So
I want to say it too.
Yeah.
Awesome presentation.
So,
I really like
so
that.
tight, so much passion. I love it. You articulated so well. So how do you see yourself getting those 1,000 users? What are you going to do to get those 1,000?
Okay, fantastic. So like I said, we currently have an email list of 5,000 people who get our email twice every week. This email contains information on how to invest in real estate, where to invest in real estate, and what to do. All we are trying to do is just to prepare their mind ahead of when we're about to launch. That is one way we're trying to pull out our market. Secondly, we're already creating a network on our social media page just so that people can see that we have digital footprints as soon as we launch. So 1,000 users in 30 days or less is extremely achievable.
Awesome. I love it. Great job. So question for you. So this company is going to buy the property, right? They're going to front the money, buy the property. And then from there, there's a platform that allows young people to make very minimal investments to be a part owner in that property. Is that accurate, how the process works?
Exactly. And at the moment, I can show you, if possible, just the front end of what we've currently done.
Please.
And the particular we're going to onboard, because I believe showing is better than...
Please show. Yeah, please show. You're doing a great job. Yeah, go for it. Please show. So my question is, how capital intensive is this? Like, how many properties do you feel like you need to purchase so that there's like 1,000 people on this platform? They're going to pay a fee to be on the platform, which is about $15 a month, US dollars a month. So there would need to be enough properties on there to justify them to continue to pay for it so they can invest, right? So how many properties do you need on there? And then how much capital will you need to get those properties?
Okay, so first of all, I would quickly like to say that it is not capital intensive in any way. Yes, we know that there's quite a lot of capital involved, but what we plan to do first of all is to start from the basic, which is land acquisition. So unlike other parts of the world, we still have opportunities where people can actually purchase land in some amount. And what we've currently done is to see how that we can start by funding this on our own personal funds. And as we begin to generate funds as a company, then we begin to now increase more properties that we get to acquire over time.
I love it, man. Great response. That's really cool. And how minimal, I know you're sharing your screen, how minimal of an investment can a young person make?
Okay, so what we're trying to do is to see how that you can invest with Codal in real estate from as low as $100 US.
Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Here, show us what you got. You rock, man.
Okay.
John, you're awesome.
Okay, these are platform. We're still on it, so I can only show you through the homepage. Like we said, it is making the dream of owning real estate possible. We said in minutes you can start your wealth building journey through Codal. And as you can see here, this is a collection of young people that have invested in properties. So scrolling down, how does it work? It's very simple. The first thing they do is that they come on our platform and find a property to own. So we have property listing. First of all, we're starting to cover Nigeria. As you know, Nigeria is the most populous young country as far as sub-Saharan Africa is concerned, and the third most populous country for young people, even globally. So we are planning to work with different people to list properties, and then the first thing, they find a property to own. Secondly, they sign the legal documents online. So the entire process happens online. And thirdly, they monitor how the property is growing. So we're currently trying to establish partnership with a particular facility management company that would also begin to help us manage some of these properties as soon as we begin to acquire them. And the third one is they can control their earning. So while their asset is making them money, they can easily see how it flows through the charts, know how to make withdrawal when it is time, or if they decide to liquidate their particular part of that property, they can easily list it on the marketplace. Anyone who is interested comes on the platform, look at how the property has been performing over time, and then they click a simple button, and then they own the property and purchase the property. So this is basically what we are trying to do. We believe very strongly because we know that the African market is very dynamic. It's not like the United States market. In as much as we learn a lot from the US market, everyone will believe that the African market is very dynamic. And our approach is to start by first acquiring lands, and from land.
Cool, John, you're doing awesome, man. So I'm convinced, but let's see what our audience thinks. What are your thoughts on John's idea? Is this an idea we should move forward with in the space of due diligence? It's combining Grant's original soulmate, which is real estate, with his new passion, which is tech. What are your thoughts on next steps?
Yeah, I would want to take next steps in particular because I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a space that we can play very well in, but I just love John. John with all the passion and everything, and I feel he has that it factor. So I want to go deeper with him, get deep into the idea and discuss even more.
John, realize we have had thousands and thousands of people that have come through this process. You stand out, my friend. You did awesome. Like, I want you to know, like, this evening, like, just feel like a freaking rock star. You did an amazing job. I love to do due diligence with you. Congratulations on the vision, on the progress thus far, and I can't wait to see if we can support you. Great job, man. All right, freaking Nigeria in the house.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You love Africa as a market, though, right? This is the market we really want to get into. We have tons of entrepreneurs that are pitching us from Africa.
Yep.
Why Africa?
Well, it's because that's where the most change is possible, right? They have lagged behind a little bit because of socioeconomic capabilities as well as world trade capabilities, and tech is just such a great way to get in there. It's an untapped market, but it's also a market full of potential that if we were to give the tools to the people who have the ideas, the people on the ground who see the problems, and we're not standing back here from just like, oh, well, we know what we can fix this nation with. We give the tools to those people to build the tech platform that they don't have over there currently, and then we would be able to change the continent.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm so excited.
I love it. This is why the tank is so special. All right, who's up next in the tank after this commercial?
What if you could increase profit and transparency on your farm for generations to come? What if you were able to save dozens of hours each month? What if you were able to reduce the time and stress spent on bookkeeping during harvest season? What if we had an answer to your prayers? The solution is called Field Pocket. Field Pocket is a software application to keep track of farmers' harvest data. From grain contracts, to managing delivery tickets and settlement sheets, to linking all the documents in organized reports. The app automates previously manual tasks on the farm to create a more efficient and reliable tracking system for farmers, allowing them to ditch their paper and pen approach and automate data analysis related to grain tracking and payments. But enough of the tech talk. Field Pocket will give you time to spend with your children. Field Pocket will eliminate the stress of running the business of the farm. Field Pocket will reap you benefits that you never thought possible. Here at Field Pocket, we aim to increase your quality of life on the farm for generations to come. Simple as that. We invite you to join a Field Pocket family so that you have more time for your family.
So with that, another episode in the
books.
job.
Yep.
Listen, this is just the coolest thing ever. People from around the world sharing their dream, sharing their vision, sharing their tech ideas. Some of these ideas people have been sitting on for years, like years. They've just been sitting on it, like hoping that someday if they sit on it long enough, it's gonna just sprout. It doesn't work that way. They need to raise their hand. They need to put themselves out there. And I want to applaud every entrepreneur that submits their idea. I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you for doing what 0.0001% of the world does, which is taking action around something that matters. And I want to acknowledge the 4 entrepreneurs that came on here tonight to share that big idea with us, to share that big idea in front of thousands of people that watch live and tens of thousands that watch the replay. But what about you? What about the person that's watching this, watching every single evening? And you're watching because you want to understand what's going on in the space of innovation, but you're also watching because you know that someday you're going to come on the tank. What if that someday is right now? Head over to 10xtechtank.com and submit your idea. You see, we're really nice, right? We're not going to bite. We want to say yes. When the right person shows up with the right idea and the right market and the right business model, we're going to say yes. Let's move into due diligence, or no, do these steps and then come back to us. We want to say yes. We want to say yes to you. And if this is your first time here, thank you for spending this evening with us. Please also head over to 10xtechtank.com. Sign up on that page so we can send you notifications before every one of our episodes. And we have a really cool gift for you. It's called the Perfect Pitch Kit. It's a video training combined with a manual, combined with a template that you can use so that you too can have the perfect pitch. So we appreciate you. We can't wait to see you on the next episode in the tank. Bye for now.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.